welcome to an Evening of Percussion. My name is Jackie, and this is Priya, and we are here representing FMLP, which is our booster organization for the percussion program. Our job here is really important because we raise 95% of the funds that it takes to run this program. So we're very excited for the kids. We're excited that you're here. Without you all here, we couldn't do this, so thank you for being here. A couple things I wanted to mention. The first thing is we have a fundraiser coming up, which is Top Golf, which is on June 1st. You can purchase tickets out in the lobby. It really helps us. It's a great time. Jeremy will talk more about it later and tell you all the fun things, but please consider doing that for us. And the second thing is this coming Tuesday, we have a fundraiser at Anthos. If you've never been there, they're in Castle Shannon. Their food is fabulous, and all you have to do is mention that it's a spirit night for percussion, or spirit day for percussion, and they will give some of the funds from that to go back to the kids, which is what we want. Before I hand it off to Priya, we have a legacy dad with a good dad joke. So Bill, whenever you're ready.
What is a drummer's favorite vegetable? Beets.
Thank you, Bill.
That was really nice, Bill. I think you need to make a book on this because you had one yesterday, you have one today. Okay. And then I would like to talk a bit about what we have set up in the lobby outside. We have our dessert auction that kicks off tonight and tomorrow night. So during the intermission, please head out there, and we have some amazing desserts. The raffle baskets, another way that supports us a lot, fundraiser. We have some merch items, and hopefully tomorrow we'll have the online store open, but the merch out there is for sale. Please check that out too. And, oh yeah, I come a little bit underdressed because I wear the merch. Jackie's the nicer one. And I hope you enjoy the show. It's nice to see a full house like this, so looking forward to it. The kids are ready. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Mount Lebanon School District. We are happy that you've joined us for this performance. As a courtesy to our performers, we ask that you turn off or silence your cell
How we doing tonight, Friday? There we go. We love a hot crowd. My name is Jeremy DeLuca. I'm the Director of Percussion here at Mount Lebanon, and it is my pleasure to welcome you to the 41st Annual Evening of Percussion Concert Series. Are you ready for a good show? I'll pull a Shuba. Are you ready for a good show? Lucas is ready. There we go. Up first, we had our drum line to kick it off just to make sure you had your earplugs. We'll sell branded ones next year out in the lobby. Fundraiser. Up next, we are bringing out our freshman ensemble under the direction of Mr. Jason Miller.
That's better. Oh, you guys are still kind of up on me, aren't you? Back up, back up. You back up too. Last night, they were right here. I couldn't put my stand up. Oh, now I can't put my stand up either. Hang on. Sorry, Lou. I would just like to acknowledge that we first did this piece, I think in 2012. It's the only other time it's been played. I did it with the freshman ensemble. And my co-director, Will King, who is not here, he played your part. And then Louis DeSoma, who is up in the booth there doing sound, he did that part right there. So this is Tycho.
Nice and loud. See, Eli, you didn't know that you were in the drum splash zone, did you? No, he specifically picked this spot. You knew that. Up next, we are bringing out our concert ensemble under the direction of me. Whee! This next piece, Frankenstein, you might not know it by the title, but you're definitely going to know it when you hear it. Just like the kids, they all thought when they got Frankenstein in their music slot, they're like, is this from a movie? Is this music from a book? What is it? It is the Edgar Winter Band from the 1970s. If you know them, they're very jam band-esque, like a Fish type. And this piece, when looking it up, because after enough teenagers come to you and be like, why is it called Frankenstein? It's not scary. You have to be like, I don't know, so I'm going to look it up. So when I was reading about it, because they're a jam band, they literally recorded this song in the studio for like 30, 45 minutes straight. They just did it and went and had fun. They were like, cool, man, we're done. And then the studio then chopped it up and literally made a song out of it, hence Frankensteined it together. And then they just said, oh, we're going to call it Frankenstein. And then it lives in car commercials and your earworms for the rest of your life. Again, once you hear it, you will understand what piece it is. It also features the shaded back there, A.B. Thomas on the drum set, and little Tiernan Jenkins teacup on the timbales. I hope you enjoy Frankenstein.
One, two, three.
Up next, we're keeping our concert ensemble out for this one, this time under the direction of Mr. Will King.
All right, hi everyone. When I was thinking about what song to do way back in December for this concert, I came across like an old performance of me playing this song. This next song is called Thank You by Ivan Trevino. It's actually the final song that I ever played as a student. I played it my senior year at IUP. When I brought this in, the kids were like ready to go right away. So very quickly it became clear to me that we could do something really cool with this. So in fact, when I'm done talking to you now, I'm gonna get off the stage and they will do this without me. Playing a song without a conductor is something that takes a lot of trust, and it really kind of showcases how we can work as teammates while also being great musicians. And they've done an amazing job with this, and I'm just so proud of the final product we have. I wanted to take a moment to talk to you about who this piece is dedicated to tonight. Ryan Brody graduated from Mount Lebanon High School in 2014. And I met him when I joined the Ultimate Frisbee team as a freshman in 2011. I didn't know anybody on that team, but Ryan made sure that I was seen and I was supported. He was the best kind of friend you could have in your life. Somebody that was not only kind and caring, but cared about all of the things that was going on in your life. He showed genuine enthusiasm for those things. About a month ago, we lost Ryan when he tragically passed away at the age of 28. What I want you to know about Ryan is that he absolutely loved music. Whether that was sharing it with friends or listening to it or playing on saxophone or piano, it was a big part of his life. Not only do I think of Ryan when I hear this and see these kids play, but I think of all of the memories that I'm so grateful for that I got to share with him. And maybe you can picture somebody in your life that you have that same gratitude for. Thank you for being here and giving us this space to do something really awesome like this. And thank you to Ryan for being such a great friend. This is Thank You by Ivan Trevino.
Isn't it nice when they put us out of a job and we can just say, go? That's nice. Up next, we are going to bring out our chambered ensemble, but this one is somewhat of a complex move, so I get to talk about and brag on these wonderful kids. For those of you, how many in the audience, is this your first time at one of our percussion concerts? Good. I love that we have a sold-out audience of people that have been here before. But if this is your first, welcome. If this is your second through 900th, welcome back. We love seeing you. If you're not aware, the percussion program here at the high school that you are watching is fully extracurricular. That means they're not doing any of this, we're not rehearsing any of this, they're not having their lessons during school. Now, many of them take music classes. Out of the 55 of them that are on the stage tonight, we have about 20 that are in band or orchestra or choir or other musical classes during the day. But percussion is not a class, so they are doing this from 3 till 9, Monday through Friday, and then 9 to 5 on Saturday, not 24/7, I just gave you the hours. 365 days a year when we're not doing spring, we're starting marching band right after we close this weekend, and then once that dovetails into holiday in November, and then once that's done in December, we start this all over again. So they never stop. If they are participating in every aspect of the program, they can spend up to 2,000 to 2,500 hours a year after school doing this. Yes, give a big round of applause for that. They're doing that on top of all the other extracurriculars. If you look out at the Timothy Times, or if you are coming tomorrow night, or you watch the stream and you get to hear us brag about our seniors, you will see that they don't just do one thing, they do 87 things while also high on a roll and cum laude and Eagle Scout and manager at the graders down the street. They're insane and they do a lot of work. So you supporting them doing this means everything to them because they're spending all their time with us doing this, so we love to show them off. Up here is the chamber ensemble. They're under the direction of Mr. Shubadas, so please welcome Mr. Shubadas.
Good evening. What a beautiful audience. Give yourselves a round of applause. Yeah, Friday night. So I'm thrilled to present this next ensemble. These 6 students are so talented. You're about to get a wall of sound delivered into your face in the best musical way possible. Tonight's composition features not only a marimba soloist, but a drum set soloist, and they are both backed by a fabulous percussion quartet. At this time, please welcome the Chamber Ensemble and their performance of epic proportion. AJ Obakowski. Hadia Iobi. Pierce Latona. Annabelle Thomas. Tom Rout. And Ben Doherty. Wow. We're going to give your ears another 30 seconds because we're about to hit you with some more volume. Is that all right? Cool. We are very fortunate here at Mount Lebanon to offer our students a world percussion ensemble experience. When our students reach junior year, they have the option to sign up for Brazilian and or African ensemble. Now, in order to get into those ensembles, they need to complete an 8 to 10 week world percussion class with Mr. Meunier in the fall of the junior year. Up next, we've got our Brazilian ensemble, and tonight they're going to give you a taste of Rio-style samba. So at this time, please welcome the Brazilian ensemble as they pay tribute to one of the oldest samba schools in Rio de Janeiro, Portela.
We got one more loud thing before our intermission. If you couldn't guess, this concert's not much of a quiet one. I think "Thank You" was the quietest piece tonight, so you're welcome. Up next is drum set ensemble, which will be right before our intermission. So some intermission logistics while they bring out all the expensive drum sets. Down in the lower lobby is where our concessions are, so some water and some snacks down there. We also have the bathrooms behind the elevator that you can use down there. Up in the upper lobby, you will see the dessert raffle. Lots and lots of fun, delicious cakes and cookies and lovely things donated from bakeries and made by percussion families that are very good at bake. Is Bob Batts in the house tonight? No. Does anybody know what he made? Is it a rhubarb pie, I think? Yes, I saw the picture on Facebook. Go for his. You go for all of them, but Bob makes good pastries out there. We also have all of the raffle baskets, tons of raffle baskets. They will be pulled on Saturday. That's tomorrow. So put those tickets in there. All of that helps support the program. As you heard from Jackie and Priya in the beginning, FMLP provides 95% of our budget. School district is very, 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 very generous, but FMLP spends upwards of $90,000 to $100,000 a year to make sure this happens, to pay for the staff. We are not teachers in the district teaching during the day, so we need to get paid. We need to buy instruments. We need to make sure the kids are fed and dressed, and we have good tech crew and all that stuff. It adds up. So all of that helps and supports the program. We also have Top Golf, as they mentioned. We have our Top Golf fundraiser on June 1st, Sunday. If you've never been to the Top Golf down 79, it's a good time. It's like bowling and video games and a driving range and a restaurant and a bar. I had a baby. And we have an entire floor of it, and we just like play Angry Birds golf or hit it to the blue thing. Or if we get enough people to buy bays, I'll get in a car and you can try and hit me while we clean up the balls. That would be fun, right? You all said yes too quickly, Delaney. Oh no, the dangerous sixth graders that are coming, or seventh graders? By the shock seventh grade, yes. So Top Golf, you can register up in there. You can have a bay, or you could just buy a what do they call it? A observer ticket, and you can just watch and eat. It comes with a lunch as well. Delightful. How are we doing? Last night I got to go around and fix Tiernan's cymbal. Do you have anything to say tonight, Teacup?
I got a couple of things.
Oh, great.
How we all doing? Hope you got a good crowd for Saturday. Thanks for coming out. So, as you heard, we have a lot of fundraisers, especially out in the lobby. We got a couple raffles, some good baked goods. But you might have heard this at the beginning. FMLP accounts for 95% of our funding. So, I mean, we love the school district. We love y'all for paying your taxes, hopefully. DeLuca, can you grab that? Thank you. But we still need it, you know? I had a stand break last night. Got to buy a new one. We don't, but we appreciate the money. We appreciate you all coming out. Shout out M-Dog, you know who you are. Yeah, that's about it. I like your flower.
Oh, thanks. I think FMLP bought that too. Are we good? Awesome. No one's on fire. Enjoy drum set.
the 2025 Mount Lebanon Drum Set Ensemble featuring sophomores Xavier Graybill and Max Wolf, seniors Lucas Bavino and Tiernan Jenkins, and seniors and featured soloists Dom Routh and Ben Doherty. I got it right tonight. Woohoo!
do that. Isn't that fun? That's just a good time. Up next, we are bringing out our concert ensemble again for a really fun piece. Thank you, Benjamin. Delightful. Before we do that, I wanted to talk about our program as well as our honor roll program. If you have ever seen or saw it in the lobby, we do have a wonderful honor roll. This is where people donate just for the sake of donating because they love the program. A lot of them are alumni, a lot of them people. Thank you, Harry. He's always good with the button. A lot of alumni donate to the program for years, as well as just members of the community. Art Rooney's always up there. Thank you very much. We have lots of people that donate. A lot of this can also be earmarked for our scholarship program. All of the students that you see on stage take private lessons. It is not mandatory, but it is the meat and potatoes that makes them be able to do all of this stuff and become good percussionists, and then also we can spend that time rehearsing all these pieces instead of teaching them the skills in the ensemble. They learn it over years. Most of them start, if not at high school, all the way back. I think one of the freshmen I started this, he's a freshman now, I started him in 2nd grade. Most of the kids out here will be in lessons for 8 years. But in a high school program, they all take them. And we want to make sure that no one, if they cannot afford it or have any type of financial difficulties, we can help provide that at the high school level. So when you donate to that honor roll, it goes into that Max Baer scholarship program. Max Baer was our first FMLP president, also Supreme Court Justice for Pennsylvania. We have lovely, smart people that help us build all this together, and our scholarship program is in honor of him helping support all of these kids. Speaking of wonderful kids, this piece is fun. It is called Echo Funk. It is funky, and it echoes. Percussion is simple. Enjoy.
I am not going to sing. Sorry. That's all I can say day, you say night. I know that song. I used to have that record. Record. I said record. Yeah, what's a record? Shut up. This is it's the beginnings of the freshman ensemble as we assemble what is a pretty large setup. Aboriginal Dreams is a piece that was actually commissioned and written for us by Roland Barrett, who was I think he was the head of the composition department at OU, University of Oklahoma. And this was written for our 25th anniversary. Some of you who are in the audience, if we have any alum, may have played on this piece, because I think it's been done 3 times here. It's never been done by the freshman ensemble, though. It is what I believe to be a masterwork. It is in 5 movements, so if we attempted to do the whole thing, it's like 13 minutes long, so we will only be doing the 1st, 4th, and 5th movement. I did want to take a quick moment and acknowledge you will see a few people up here performing this piece who are not freshmen. We have, I think, 3 students. My son Spencer, right there, who is covering a part, because this piece, because this was performed at the National Percussion Festival, we have like 3 different folders of the piece. And so when I started looking at it to decide if we were going to play it, I found all these parts, and then some of them were missing because they were in different folders. So when I assigned everything, and then I finally got the score from a different folder, I was like, oh, I've still got 2 more parts to assign. So, so thank you, Spencer. Max Wolf is covering a part for us as well. And you will also see Hadia. Thank you. Hadia is back there. And, of course, the biggest freshman of them all, my co-director, Mr. Will King. So, yeah, woo. So as soon as we're set up, we will present to you Aboriginal Dreams.
That's a fun one. It's also, again, crazy that that was written for our 25th. We just had our 40th with Nathan Daughtry out here writing the Heroes Among Us for last year, and the fact that the freshmen are playing the premiere piece written for us for our 25th. Still mind-boggling to me. We are going to bring out our concert ensemble again with a lovely little creepy number. But while they do this setup, because it's another big one, I want to talk about our program. Again, if you notice, the program is beautiful and it's big. One of our alumni families, Larkin Werner, does a lovely job still working on our program layout, and all of our ad sales led by FMLP and Anita up there does a phenomenal job of filling this thing with print ads. That is rare in this day and age, but again, all we have to do is have them come to a concert or show them a video of these crazy amazing students, and they love to support it. So when you thumb through this, if you see any ads of businesses that you frequent often or that you know, or like, oh, that's my dentist. Next time you stop in, mention that you saw their ad in the program and thank them for the support. Again, we are in a wonderful area. Mount Lebanon is incredibly supportive, but again, this community supports the program and supports the arts. So them knowing that you appreciate them supporting this just keeps that cycle going, and we love sharing all that love. Again, Anthos is another lovely ad sponsor. Don't forget to try their baked goods on Tuesday and mention MTL Percussion. They are a good time. They always send us snacks for the kids, and it's just like locusts. There's a bag of something. It's like, oh, there's stuff in the studio. No, there's not. There's crumbs. Okay. Okay, so up next, again, we are bringing out our concert ensemble. This time, another staff member under the direction of Mr. Dan Yay.
Lovely. All right. It's about to get kind of dark in here, as you can maybe guess from the title of this next piece, Dystopia. I'm not so sure this is programmatic music, which follows an exact story, but it definitely has a, let's say, mysterious quality to it. At one point, it kind of picks up and becomes a little bit of maybe a frantic chase with some panic in there. I'll let you kind of fill in the details with your own imagination. This is Dystopia.
up next, we have a special little treat for you. Our program, while extracurricular, we do have some enrichment ensembles for our 4th through 8th graders that we do during the spring. The 8th graders have joined us in the fall in the holiday concert, so you maybe have seen them there. But tomorrow, the matinee, is when we have our blue ensemble, which is our 4th and 5th graders. They're doing a little Lady Gaga piece, so if you want to check out the live stream at 1 p.m. They're adorable. We have our gold ensemble of 6th and 7th graders. They're going to play. Some of them are right here repping it. They're ready to play their song tomorrow. Tonight, we are also premiering for the first time ever, bringing our 8th graders into the rigmarole that is the evening concert. And this is the first time they've ever done that move. So I'm just not going to turn around and hope everything's going smoothly. But we're, as I immediately do it, because I can't help it. But they've been doing a really, really good job. This piece, Stormbreak, is a really fun, groovy piece, and it's actually the second part, the sequel to the piece Technology that last year's 8th graders, this year's 9th graders played. So this is just the continuation of it. It's really, really, really groovy. It's nice and fun. Can we move the keyboard roll just back a little bit so you can be closer to them? Yeah. And then I'm going to stop talking because they're setting up nicely. Louis, why don't you play some music while we tweak all this? I hope you enjoy 8th grade ensemble.
I had to let the chorus go. I mean, what a song, right? I was like, I can't interrupt Elton John. Play something bad next time, guys. All right, well, you can see the organized chaos going on behind me here. And if this is your first percussion concert, they actually practice this all night on Monday. Just moving drums. They don't even play a note. Or maybe they play a note at the very end of the rehearsal just to throw them a bone. But they actually, this is all highly choreographed, unbelievably intricate and well thought out to make this happen and not be like a 10-hour concert. So another great example of how amazing these students are. Before I forget, I want to give one more big round of applause to our 8th graders who just killed it. 8th graders! They are the future, right? So the future looks bright, as it has for a long time around here. So I'm sure some of you in the audience were at our 40th anniversary concert last year, right? Maybe even some of you, were any of you at the 30th anniversary concert? Ooh, you were probably a baby. Yes, you were probably there, you just don't remember. All right, so we commissioned a piece for both those concerts from the wonderful percussion composer, Mr. Nathan Daughtry. I thought it'd be great to dig into his repertoire and pull out a classic that was actually not written for us. And I arrived at this piece, Firefly, which is a great challenge for these students behind me. Firefly is based on the idea in Japan that there are 2 different fireflies that are actually the descendants of fallen warriors from a medieval battle back in the 12th century. So think samurais, shogun warriors, all that fun stuff. And they have a beautiful ceremony every year on the Uji River where they actually release fireflies, and the belief is that the warriors reenact the battle yearly, and this piece follows the arc of that myth. So I hope you enjoy Firefly.
Another round of applause for that. That piece is fire. Fly, actually, yeah. Haha. I didn't even realize it. I got Red Bull brain. I didn't even realize I made a pun there. We are at the end of our night already. I know. Your ears are ringing. You don't even know where you're at. But I hope you enjoyed the show. We're going to be setting up our final number, Saber Dance. But before that, as you could tell, it is quite a production. So we have a lot of thank yous to get through. So while we bring out every instrument and every child in this program, I got thank yous to give. So first up, our administration. The administration at the high school and throughout the district is incredibly supportive making this happen. Again, while FMLP funds 95% of that, they allow this to even happen. This is weird. Most districts do not do this. They don't do it this way, and they don't do it at this level. So just the sheer fact that we're allowed to do it is a gift in itself. Dr. Freeze, the superintendent, Dr. Ron Davis, our secondary assistant superintendent, and Dr. Joel Thompson, our high school principal, who has all of this in his building every single day of the week except for Sunday because the building is locked. And if it was open, we would be in there practicing. So thank you to all of them. All of the secretaries that run the building and all of the custodians and the facilities that, again, allow us to use the rooms to make sure we have things unlocked. The kids get excused for daytimes or to go to the telethon. Like, they're the ones that help actually run the building, and they're incredibly supportive. Dana, Lori, everyone out there, thank you so much. My staff, as you can tell, there's a lot of us. Again, that's insane. And while we are not all employees of the district that are teaching during the day, this is all extracurricular, the staff combined, all 5 of us, in Mount Lebanon teaching alone have over 115 years combined between the 5 of us. Yes, that we're old. Yes, thank you. So without them, none of this would happen. Their parents, not only did they raise them to be wonderful, responsible children, they also make sure they're fed, dressed, have their homework done, and they're back and forth between 85 billion minivan rides to get to rehearsal, or they just never see them until 10 p.m. when they run to their room to go do the homework that they haven't been able to do because they've been in rehearsal. So, big round of applause for your parents. Yeah, they're up there, I saw them. Our tech crew, again, this production, we could just put on a white light and be like, look at the kids play, and it would still be a fabulous show. But we have amazing tech capabilities here to put on a production like this, so we use them. So Dave Stockloza, everything in an auditorium goes through him, and the kids were already mocking me for it, and I like making him say it. So one, before I forget, thank you to his wife, because she never sees him in May. Thank you, Kara, if you're watching the live stream. Thank you. Oh, the camera's not even facing me. Oh, you have it up for him. Perfect. Thank you, Harrison. So, Dave, how many light cues did the musical have? Oh, he sounds so despondent now. 241. How many does this show have? Thank you. We wrote them all last week, and we all go up there and tap his shoulder so he knows when to do them, because there's no way we can run them because he's doing choir concerts on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday when we're doing tech rehearsals in here, because, again, he does everything. Thank you, David. We also have our a bunch of alumni. So Louis DeSelma does our audio. We also have Harrison Piddle working with Pitt Films, as well as Harry Mullen running the live stream, and then good old Andrew Hartung, who's about to be an alumni, running video and doing pictures. We would not be able to do any of this without them. Thank you. For me personally, Justin and my parents to make sure I'm dressed, Red Bulled, and upright, and ibuprofen to make me get through these 2 weeks. Thank you very much. And also all the corralling you do behind the stage to make sure all the children are upright and dressed and pants fixed and all that fun stuff. So thank you. Last but not least, the audience. This is fun. We do it every day. We have the best job in the world, but it's so much more fun to brag about them in front of you. So thank you for supporting the arts. Thank you for coming out and being a fabulous Friday night audience. Big round of applause for yourself. Oh, look, you're on camera. Look, Ma, I'm on camera. Last but not least, these people in the front rows. our senior class. Now, tomorrow is the last night. Tomorrow's the sappy one. So, wave, say hello, our beautiful 13 seniors. You can wave, yeah. Big round of applause for our class of 2025. If you want to cry, watch tomorrow night around this time when we get to just utterly gush over these ones. But for now, you get to enjoy watching them play saber dance for their second to last time on this stage. Now, saber dance, we have ended our concerts with this for 41 years. Every single alumni, all 500 and amount of them, have played this song, and they've all ended their career in our program with this exact same part. It's a wonderful thing that ties together 40 years, multiple generations from technically, I think, Boomer through Gen X all the way to, what is it now, Gen Alpha? No, the Gen Beta is the fourth graders now, and then Gen whatever's next after. Yeah, Gen Alpha, all them. Ties them all together through music, which I think at the end of the day, this is what is all about, amazing people putting together amazing music together. So, thank you for joining. I hope to see you again in December out on the football field in the fall. Please enjoy Saber Dance.